Give me a second. I will just adjusting my camera here. Yes. Namaste and good morning. We will start with our anatomy session for the 300 hours now. Before we start, we will chant Om and opening prayer one time. Om Asato Mam Sadgamaya Tamaso Mam Jyotirgamaya Mrityormamritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you so much. Today we will be starting with the new system, that is the muscular system. Till yesterday, what have we seen? We have seen all the types of the bones and the skeletal system with all the kinds of the bone joints as well. All the types of cartilage. Now, today we will begin with the muscular system. The muscular system, the new topic here. Made up of the muscles. Made up of the muscles. Here, in basic, this muscle, like in our body, we do have the bones, and we have seen the 206 number of bones in our whole body. Similarly, how many number of muscles do we have in our body? Approximately more than 650 muscles we do have in our body. So around 650 to in between 700 muscles will be present in our whole body, to approximately 750 muscles as well. So here the first 650 muscles are only skeletal muscles. That skeletal muscle is just a type of muscle. Likewise, we have smooth muscle as well as we have one cardiac muscle. So these are the different types of muscles in our whole body. But if you will think, like, what is this muscle made up of? What does this muscle made up of? What? So basically, in a non-technical language, this muscle is made up of the water and protein. So water and protein makes up this muscle. So whenever we will see the water content in our body is less, we will have less muscles. If we are completely hydrated, or the water content in our body is quite more, then we will see the muscles toned up in our body with the help of the protein. We have a new student. Namaste, Naringa.
Namaste.
Are you at work?
No, today I'm not.
Hello. Okay.
Can you hear me?
So today we have just started the muscular system. Okay, so this is a new system made up of the muscles, and this muscular system, more than 650 to 750 muscles in our whole body. Not like bones, we have only 206 number of bones, but here in the muscular system, we have more than 650 muscles in our whole body. So these muscles are grouped under certain types that we will see. Before, this muscle in general in non-technical language is made up of these two things, the water and the proteins. So when we have the amount of water in our body, along with that protein, that makes up our muscles in our body. So if you see like an athlete or an yoga practitioner, or if we have been seeing the exercising people doing exercise or people going into the gym, they are being told to, even if they eat some proteins or some external proteins, but if they cannot drink the water, or if the water level in their body is low, then they cannot build up the muscle in their body. So our muscle, in short, makes or is made up of this water and the protein. But which two are those protein filaments that we will see? So these two protein filaments are actin and myosin. So actin and myosin are the two protein filaments that make up our muscles, or which helps up our muscles to get contract or to get relaxed. When the myosin pulls the actin, these two protein filaments in our muscle, when they pull each other, that time the muscle contraction happens or the muscle engagement happens with the help of these two protein filaments. So you need to remember everyone about the actin and myosin are the two protein filaments in our muscle, which is also made up of the water. The total number approximately 650 to 750 muscles. This actin and myosin, where are they present? That we will find out in the structure of the muscle. When we will study about the structure of a muscle, that time you will get to know where are these protein filaments usually present. But make sure you just need to know here that these protein filaments pulls each other to engage or to build up or to tone up the muscles in our body. Okay. Now, we will see the next here, why it is important, or what are the functions of these muscles in our body. Can you tell me what are the functions of the muscles in our body?
The movement.
And the functions of the bones in our body was also for the movement.
Also for the movement.
And what are the functions of the muscles? Extra benefits. Yes, it does help and supports the bones to move our part. But what else these muscles do in our body? Just think, what if we don't have any muscles in our body, just bones?
The stability, the stability of the skeletal system in the body, they support the skeletal system.
They support the skeletal system. That means they do protect the skeletal system, the bones. So above the surface of the bones as well, we find the muscles. So before we hurt or before we break our bones, first the muscles are being targeted. So to avoid injury to our bones, the muscles do protect the bones, and the bones are there to protect the organs inside our body.
Yeah.
And what else? Like the bones can be also used for the production of the red blood cells in our body from the bone marrow. Similarly, the muscles are also being used for the production of the heat in our body. So when the body generates the heat, it is due to the muscles as well, which helps to generate the heat in our body with the help of the stimulation of the muscles from the nerve.
So to
So
provide
like
the
if,
heat.
yeah, to heat up the body, it can generate the heat in the body. Just think like if you go for a run or go for a walk, or if you will do just a session of the Ashtanga or the power yoga, don't you feel heat in your body? Don't you
Of course.
burn your calories?
Yeah.
So that is what the muscles can help to lead or generate the heat in our body. Similarly, these are some of the functions in our body. Apart from that, there are some of the properties of the muscles we will see. So the muscles have some properties. Those properties are like the muscles can be irritable or excitable. Irritable or excitable is the first property of the muscle. That means, can you see the whiteboard? Or
Yeah, I can see.
because today my mobile stand is broken, so you will see a slight tilt in the view.
It's perfect. It's okay.
Thank you for understanding. Whatever I will do, it is like it's gonna shift. Okay. So this muscle is what? Excitable, that means, or irritable. So that means it gets stimulated. So the stimulation of this muscle happens when this muscle contains the nerve. So when the signals from the nervous system, the peripheral nerve, which begins from the central nervous system, which emerges from the central nerve, the peripheral nerve goes into each and every muscle in our body, and these peripheral nerves helps to stimulate our muscles, that to function our muscles. That means it gets excited due to these properties. Also, these muscles have the second property, which is known as they are contractible. So muscles are getting contracted as well. How it gets contracted? When they get engaged, we can contract our muscles. They can be extensible as well. If they can be contractible, they can be extensible as well. The muscles get extended as well. They get contracted. So we contract the muscle. We can extend the muscle. Extensible is one of the property of the muscles. We could stimulate, excite the muscle, contract the muscle, extend the muscle as well. We have the property like elasticity for the muscles. Elasticity, the number 4, you will not see here on the whiteboard. I have written down elasticity. Even if I will try to move my camera, my stand is broken of the camera, so it will just disturb. Elasticity is what? Similar property like extensible. Similar to extensible, like elastic in nature. We extend certain muscle, but elastic in nature means that muscle can get back into its original form and its shape. To regain its original shape and the form is what? The property of the muscle, elastic in nature. Also, there is the number 6. Here I will write it down, the number 6, adaptability. The muscles get adapted. So adaptability is one of the property of the muscle. Whatever form of the exercise which we perform or whatever type of actions we do, the muscles get contract, extend, or elastic, or become flexible accordingly as they get adapted to it. For example, if you do any kind of exercise for a week or a 2 week, these muscles get used to that. If we will try to do certain form or certain actions for those muscles, like once in a week or once in a month, then it takes time for that muscles to get adapted. For example, the beginner people who are just new to practice yoga or ashtanga or vinyasa or the power yoga, they feel like their muscles are being like uh, painful, a lot of pain. But once they are used to it, it gets adapted to the practice and they can easily make it possible and be stretched and make more flexibility inside their muscles. So flexibility they can maintain by adaptability of the muscles. Unlike the mobility, they can maintain due to the adaptability of the bones as well. So mobility of the bone joints, similarly, we have flexibility of our muscles. Okay, so got these properties of these muscles along with the functions. Can we proceed further now? We
Yeah,
have to, yeah. So we will erase these things about the functions and the properties, and we will see certain group of muscles. Now,
So just to go over the functions, so it's to protect the skeletal system and to provide the heat.
yeah, it makes up, it protects the bones in our body. It generates the heat in our body. Also, it helps the skeletal system to move the parts of the body. It supports the skeletal system, like you said, to help move the parts of the body. Yeah. Now, we have to see a certain group of muscles. But before we see certain group of muscles, let us discuss about the connective tissue. How so these connective tissues are also the part of the musculoskeletal system. That means which supports when the muscle supports this skeletal system. How? With the help of the connective tissue. So what are these connective tissues? Made up of bones or made up of in blood? We do find actual. But here in the musculoskeletal system, there are important three kinds of connective tissues. Give me a second. I think my mobile stand is about to break completely. Have you heard about the word ligament?
It's a bit breaking.
Yes, what are the ligaments? Can you tell me?
It's breaking. I can't really hear you well.
The sound, is the sound breaking?
Yeah.
And now, am I audible?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, so to let you know about the connective tissues, if we have heard about this word, can you tell me about some ligaments? What is a ligament?
A ligament, is it that that joins the muscle together?
Yes, not the muscle, but that joins the bones together.
Muscle, it joins the muscle and the bone together.
No, so ligament is what? Which joins only bones to other bones. So there are certain kinds of ligaments which help in joining like around the knees or around the bone joints. Okay, but this is a type of connective tissue, ligaments, bones to bones, which they joins together. And if I will ask about the tendons, what you are saying, that is about the tendons. That means when our bones are connected to the muscles, that means they are connected with the connective tissue, tendons. When we talk about connection of one bone to other bone, that means they are connected with ligaments. When bones are connected to muscles or muscles are connected to the bones, they are connected with the tendons. And when we talk and discuss about fascia, that time our muscle is connected to the muscle. Okay, so muscles to the muscle connection is known as fascia.
Okay.
Bones to the muscles or muscles to the bones known as tendons. Bones connection with the bones known as ligaments. So these are nothing but the connective tissues in the musculoskeletal system, which we need to remember. Okay. Now you can tell me if it is cleared.
On the board, it's clear, but your voice is breaking, but it's okay. I see you on the board and I pick up. Fine.
Is my voice still breaking? Okay, give me 1 second then. I will. See. Is my voice still breaking, Neringa, or is it clear? The voice is clear?
It's breaking.
Still it is breaking.
Yeah.
My God, see, I have no idea about, but
it's usually really clear, but today I don't know what's happening.
Okay. So now again I will speak some things. You tell me if it is breaking or not. Okay. So now see, now is it clear or is it still breaking?
Now it's okay.
Okay. So we will move further if it is okay, because I don't like this when the voice is, but it's good that you are telling me. Thank you so much for letting me know that my voice is breaking. So I will adjust my settings here of my internet, because I can see my Wi-Fi is also working well, but sometimes the voice is breaking today. I don't know why. So can you tell me about what is ligaments now? What do you understand from the word ligament?
So ligament joins bone to bone.
And tendons? Tendons?
Tendon is bone to muscle and fascia is muscle to muscle.
Yes. So now I can erase it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. My God. Very sorry for today, as my mobile standy is also broken today.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Because we see, if you will see, the camera is like this, like a slanting. On Monday onwards, it will be not like this. I will repair it, or I will buy a new one for the Monday. Yeah. Now, about the group of muscles or the kinds of muscle cells. So what are the muscle cells and tissues in our body? We have three kinds of muscle cells and tissues in our body. The first kind is known as visceral muscle. Visceral or smooth muscles, we can say. Visceral muscles or smooth muscles, what is this? A kind of muscles in our body. These muscles, for example, where do you find these visceral muscles or smooth muscles, oh my God, in our body? These muscles you will find out in our organs or the
Internal organs.
cover, yes, internal organs or the covering, like for the stomach, for our large intestines, our small intestines, our food pipe, esophagus. This is made up of the smooth muscles, not the skeletal muscles. So these smooth muscles are an involuntary muscles. So first one, these are involuntary muscles, where in these involuntary muscles, these smooth muscles are single nucleated muscles. So they have single nucleus in each muscle cell. Single nucleus in each muscle cell. That means here, if we will see,
I can't hear you at all now.
okay. Now, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, and the last bit was that visceral muscle about the internal organs.
See, this is involuntary muscles, Neringa. The internet or the Zoom problem will be today, we will be facing. But now I will say these are the single nucleus muscles. So in each muscle cell, when we will see each cell of the smooth muscles, like here I will draw, you will see single nucleus in the smooth muscles. So these are the smooth muscle cells or the group of cells which make the smooth muscle tissues when we will check this under the microscope. So checking under this microscope, you will see the single nucleus. And they don't have the striated band. So they are without this striated band that allows the muscles to engage or to contract. So these are the smooth muscle cells, which are involuntary muscles with single nucleus in every cell without striated bands. You will be getting confused what are striated bands at the moment, but if we will see the next muscle, you will understand what is the striated bands now. So here, I will not draw the striated bands. These smooth muscle cells look like this under the microscope because they don't contract. They don't contract the smooth muscles. They are in our internal organs. They are working involuntarily without the control of our mind. So they are not in control with our mind. They're doing their own function. Now, was I audible?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now I will erase this smooth muscle. Okay.
Yeah.
Involuntary muscles with single nucleus without striated bands. Simple smooth muscles found in internal organs. The next muscle type I will write down is cardiac muscle. So the second type of muscle is cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle, the name says the heart muscle. So this muscle is also an involuntary muscle. Involuntary muscle, these muscle also have single nucleus. But this muscle has they are with the striated bands. Like smooth muscles were without striated bands. So what is the difference here? You will see the zigzag formation of the heart muscle cell. So if you will see the muscle cells in our heart, the cardiac muscle, that means, for example, heart, smooth muscles, examples were internal organs. Here in our cardiac muscle, you will find out like these bands of striation where there is only one single nucleus with the bands of striation that allows the heart to pump, but involuntary, without, or we cannot control it with our mind. Hello, was I audible, Meringa? Hello?
I said, it's okay. You can carry on. I see the board. So even if your voice is breaking, I understand. Because I see the board.
I see now you connected to the audio now because you were the notification came like you just joined the audio now.
Yes, because when network is bad, sometimes Zoom logs you out and logs you back in. So that's why.
So is it your network? Because I can see my network is very working well here.
I don't think so. My network is always the same here. But anyway, it's okay because I see the board, so fine, don't worry.
Yeah, because I am not getting locked out. That means my network is working well, I think. Okay. Yes. So here, again, I will repeat with the cardiac muscle. These are single nucleus. You will see here the zigzag muscle group with striated bands like this, which allows the heart muscle to pump, to beat, but involuntary. So heart is not in control with our mind. We cannot control our heartbeat. So that is involuntary muscle, again, with single nucleus in a zigzag formation. If we will study this under the microscope, you will see like this, the heart muscle cell. Okay. Now we will see the next. Clear this thing? So the next muscle is the third type of the muscle, that is known as the skeletal muscle. So whatever the muscles are there in our whole body are to be known as skeletal muscles present in our limbs, in our back, torso, arms, legs, face, which can be moved by the help of our mind. They are all voluntary muscles group. So voluntary muscles means they are moving with the help of our mind. We can move it. Like if you will see, I'm moving my arm. This is my skeletal muscles. So this is voluntary muscle controlled with our mind. These muscles are with multiple nucleus. They have multiple nucleus in each cell. Following by the multiple nucleus, they are also with striated bands. So they do also have the striated bands to contract and expand the muscles and relax the muscles. So here, if we will see, these are voluntary muscle group, the skeletal muscles with the multiple nucleus with the striated bands, like a cylindrical shape. Over here, I am drawing the skeletal muscles. So these are the bands of striation in each muscle cell. So this is one muscle cell, this is another muscle cell in the skeletal muscles, where you will find out multiple nucleus. So there is not only one nucleus in the skeletal muscles, but multiple nucleus in the skeletal muscles with the striated bands. Is what? The example are the 650 muscles in our whole body are all skeletal muscles. Okay, is this cleared?
Yep.
Okay, so I will just revise what we have been seeing today. So we have just seen now the types of muscles in our whole body. So there are only 3 types of muscles in our whole body. That means we have smooth muscles. Internal organs are made up of the smooth muscles. We have cardiac muscle. Our heart is made up of the cardiac muscle. These two, smooth muscles and cardiac muscles, are both involuntary muscles. That means they are not in control with our mind. The first 2 types, they are involuntary muscles with single nucleus in their each cell. And then we have seen the skeletal muscles where they are voluntary muscles and which are controlled with our mind. These skeletal muscles are having multiple nucleus in each cell. Okay, these were the types of the muscle cells today we have seen. We will see and learn the structure of the muscle, skeletal muscles. Where will you understand how the muscles get contract and expand, and where are those 2 proteins present, actin and myosin, where the 2 proteins that is muscle made up of, that you will understand once we will learn about its structure. So that we will learn on Monday. So we have just introduced the muscular system. We have seen the functions of the muscular system. We have seen the properties of the muscular system, like they are contractible, they are extensible, they are adaptable, they are elastic in nature, and they are also excitable or irritable in nature. That means they get stimulation from the nerves present in that muscle to get excited. So following these properties, we have also seen today about the connective tissues. So what connective tissues we have studied? That is, we have the ligaments, which joins our bones to bones. Then we have also seen the tendons that joins our bones to the muscles or muscles to the bones. And we have seen the fascia, just definition, that means which connects our one muscle to other muscles. So these many things we have seen, and along with it, the types of these 3 muscles. Okay. Is it okay now?
Clear.
The voice clear, great. Thank you so much, Naringa. And make sure your internet works well on the Monday as well. Here, the problem is not with the internet today. From my side, the internet is working very well because the video is working very well at my place. Maybe not good at your place due to the Zoom error. But we will see on Monday about the rest. If you don't have any questions, we will end up the class by chanting one closing prayer and Om.
Sure.
Okay. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashchit Dukha Bhaga Bhave. Chant Om one time. Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And have a good day. Have a great weekend ahead. Thank you so much.
And you too,
Everyone.
Namaste.
Yes. Namaste. We'll end up the meeting now.
See you on
Hari Om
Monday.
from Himalayan Yoga. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.